What's up guys? We are starting this video over again, okay? I tried to film it and it was a hot mess. So, welcome to the video. Today, we are filming Vlogmas Day 2. I know I'm behind. I know I said I was gonna upload every single day, but to be honest, that really drove me up a wall and I could not perform. I could not meet my own expectations. I just had to scratch the video. I'm gonna get ready right now, so I will see you guys in just a minute. I'm gonna go from this to a full ready to go hit a workout type of vibe workout outfit. I'm currently in pajamas and we're gonna talk today about my fitness journey, and I haven't done a video like this in a long time. So today's video is gonna be all about my fitness journey. We're gonna do comparisons of my physique throughout the years and really give you guys the nitty-gritty information of how I've learned to maintain my shape and stay as healthy and fit as I've ever actually been. Maybe my cardio is not as fit as it used to be, but I know that I personally am in the best shape I've ever been. So maybe this will inspire you to start your own fitness journey, and that's always my goal. I always want you guys to be fit and healthy. So I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll see you guys in just a minute. In 3, 2, 1, I'm back. Feeling much better, looking a little bit more presentable. So I just threw a curling wand through my hair really quickly because it was way too frizzy, and I'm currently wearing a shirt from a local hotel in Huntington Beach, and I've got my Lululemon Aligns on. I literally live in these things and don't mind the fact that my socks are mismatched. I just can't find their twins. Feeling good. So on this second day of Vlogmas, we're gonna talk about my fitness journey and all the highs and lows. I'm gonna give you guys as much footage or pictures as I can from my experiences throughout my fitness journey, and I guess I'm just here to kind of sit down and talk with you guys about it. Ty is on his way home for lunch, so I'm hoping I get this recorded before he comes and butts in. Is that a better angle? I'm not sure. I hope it's not too loud. I have the windows open. It's like I jinxed myself. I thought we would talk about my fitness journey, and I don't really have anything, but I can't reach my phone. I've always had a pretty good background with sports, and I have been on this fitness journey of mine for now about 5 years. I'm gonna give you guys all the photos of literally my first day in the gym, or at least like some of my first experiences in the gym in Santa Barbara. I actually used to work out in Goleta at a gym called Spectrum Athletic Club, and it was literally my biggest expense. It was like $60 to $70 a month, and then they officially became very bougie and they were bought out by a new company called the Bay Club, and now they're extremely expensive. They're like double that. So I used to train there, and my first experiences with working out was cycling. Actually, I take that back. My first real spark of joy was when I finished sports in high school and I started doing Zumba classes. I used to love doing Zumba. I thought it was so fun and sexy and just upbeat and entertaining, and I would try to go to Zumba twice a day if I could, and I think it's because the instructor in Zumba, she could shake it, and I was always like, I wish I was a dancer. That was the only thing I never did growing up was dance. So when I started going to Zumba classes, it felt very freeing, and I felt like I was actually learning how to dance. So I took it more as that, and then I ended up going so often that I started losing so much weight, but I didn't really correlate the two or care at the time. I was just like, cool, losing weight, I'm thinner, I'm leaner, and I feel really good. I went through a phase where I got very lean, and it was when I met my literal sister who's across the globe, Tina. She used to be my roomie. She lives in Germany. She and I lived in an apartment. We literally lived in a studio apartment. It was so small, but our door next to us was literally the gym, and I wish I had photos of this. This is why I'm enjoying this whole vlog thing, because there's so many experiences I wish I had shared with you guys in the past. These pictures are so awful. Let's just like cut off my head. Somewhat of a physique. There was like a lot that I didn't like, and I was just soft and flat. I always knew in the back of my mind that I wanted to have a killer body. I wish I had the inspo photo that I used to go on Instagram, or not Instagram, what was it, Pinterest, and I'd always find workouts there, and we used to do them in the gym next to us. So it wasn't until I literally met Ty did I really start to ramp it up. So this is my first ever gym photo. It's literally just my hamstrings and legs. Because I was so self-conscious, I didn't really take selfies or photos in the gym. But I could say that my first ever gym selfie is from October 29th, 2014. And I think it was on my Instagram at some point, but that was when I felt that I looked my absolute best. I had been working out consistently. I felt like I was getting some shape. So I did Zumba in like June, July, and I moved out August to Isla Vista over in Santa Barbara. I did live in Ivy, and while living in Isla Vista, the major town next to it is Goleta, and then that's right before hitting Santa Barbara. So actually going down the coast, you go Goleta, which is the same as Isla Vista, they're within the same town, and then you go to Santa Barbara. So that was the first real gym that I went to in Goleta, Spectrum Athletic Club. They hold a great place in my heart, and that was my safe place, was going to the gym. And then I started going through phases where I didn't 100% feel comfortable with my body still. I felt like I was lifting, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted. So I started doing more HIIT. And there I am taking pictures of my glutes and hamstrings. And the problem with that is I remember taking this photo and thinking like, where did my butt go? And then that was when I figured out that doing HIIT, doing cardio, and doing cycle classes twice a day is going to burn off all the fat on your bum. So I laid off. I just wanted to figure out, like, how do I get my best shape? What is going on? Like, am I never gonna get there? Here's a photo of me without having worked out in a gym at all. I let my gym membership go after a year of having it. I didn't renew it because I knew that they were bumping up the prices. So I started just running. I started going and doing stairs at the stadium, at the city college that I used to go to, SBCC, and then I actually have one photo here where you can clearly see my rib cage. It was like when wearing low-waisted still looked good. I knew I was lean and I knew I had abs because I always used to sit in my house and just do ab workouts because I was always so determined to have a six-pack at one point in my life. And then I got over it, and Ty really taught me how to lift. We did this one event after we found our first house together, and it was called F45. It was when it was very new, and we actually did an F45 event. It wasn't even a class, it was literally a competition. It was the hardest competition of my life. It was on a rig, and basically there are like 10 obstacles you have to go through, and it takes only 15 to 20 minutes, but I think you have like 30 seconds to a minute on for every exercise, and then you get like 15 seconds or a minute break. I don't remember, but it was death. And then I got really lean. Like, you can even tell in my face in this photo. So I went from being hefty my first year of college after drinking and partying and having the best time of my life, to meeting Tyler, to, you know, having my own gym membership and having to piece things together and figuring out from trial and error that there is a way to shape your body, to grow muscle, and I just didn't know how to do that yet in these photos. If anything, I only cared about having six-pack abs. Now I'm gonna show you September 5th of 2015, so a year, almost a perfect year since that real first selfie I took in the gym, of me having leaned out to my absolute leanest weight. I went into a phase of just shred. I just wanted to see, and once I was already so lean, like I showed in those photos, I wanted to see. It was more of a mental thing. I wanted to know how lean, how shredded could I get? So here's a side view. I leaned out, my obliques were insane. I just was so obsessed with, I think, having six-pack abs and having a crazy core. At the time, it kind of consumed me. I was really obsessed with only high protein and very little carb because that was what gave me shredded abs, and I was in love with having a six-pack. I got over it. Because I knew it wasn't sustainable, I just ended up being lean. Like, I got to a phase where I was just little. Like, I was just skinny. It was almost like I worked out so much, I worked off some of the muscle. And I just became lean, and I was so unhappy with my shape to the point where I wanted to go on a bulk. I said, F it, I'm gonna bulk, I'm gonna get thick, and I just wanna gain my weight back. I know that these photos kind of suck. I started bulking, and I started quickly gaining back weight, and I remember just being so hungry, and I know it was because I put myself into such a deficit for so long that I needed food. I was so ravenous all the time from all of the calories I was missing. And I started getting the hang of it. I started to feel more comfortable in my skin. I started filling out more. I could definitely tell that like my thyroid took a hit, because when I went through that bulk phase, I reached up to 117, and to this day I can never get up to that number, and I don't know why, and it just makes me think it has to do with like my leptin, my actual hunger hormones. I think that they were very much off, and that all connects with like your pituitary and your hypothalamus. It's called your HPTA axis, your hypothalamus pituitary. It all correlates with your hormones. So this is me at about 109. I want to say like 109, 117, and this right here is a photo when I felt amazing. That was one of the first photos I looked at, and I was like, okay, I feel really good in my skin. That was January 9th, 2017. Within the same month, I started building more muscle, so I started to gain muscle, and it took me that time. It took me from, you know, shredding down and fixing my hormones and understanding how to build muscle healthily, and I just started feeling strong. I started to feel ready to just tackle and build because I finally understood how to do it. I didn't know how to lift at first, so I just kind of lifted to lift. I mean, look how bad my form is. It's like I'm hyperextending, and I'm just doing too much, you know? It took time, it took diligence, it took practice, it took a lot of work. And then once I was at about 109 or so, like I didn't feel comfortable. I knew I was still too thick for my size, and it took me more time, if anything, to just find a weight that my body was meant to sit at instead of forcing it to sit at a different weight, if that makes sense. And the more I let it sit at a weight that was healthy, the more results I got, because that's what my God-given body wanted to be at, and that's what was meant for me and my shape and my structure. I want to say I bulked for like 3 to 5 months. This is February of 2017. I am very thick in this video, to say the least. I just remember eating everything in sight and not having any restrictions on it, and to be honest, my skin did not like it. I was breaking out a ton from bulking, and ooh, I have a photo of me trying to be all tough lifting heavy weights. So I did go through a bulk. I did do it properly. I wanted to see how well I could do it, and I ate and I lifted and I didn't do any cardio. So I gained a good amount of weight. That was February 24th, 2017. It's just pushing, pulling, just trying to still be athletic with it, but it's kind of hard when you're eating that much. Just, you know, heavy lifting day and night as much as I could. I was obsessed. I wouldn't say obsessed, but I definitely think I was just lifting, like ego lifting. And it's really important to put the ego down and to lift for health. Don't lift for your ego. My skin hated me during the whole bulk. It was way too harsh on my hormones. 2017, I didn't really like taking photos in the face because my face was so round, and that was another thing. It's like, I just don't think there was ever supposed to be a point where you didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't feel comfortable being hefty. And it wasn't until about April when I was still lifting heavy, still trying to make as much muscle as possible, and it wasn't until I started to lean out again. I started to find a comfortable weight. This is in April of 2017. It wasn't until then did I really start to stay at a weight and feel comfortable at it. So here's a picture in June of 2017. So 2017, what a year it was. And I felt very good. I felt healthy. I felt very happy in my skin, and it wasn't until August of 2017 until I mastered my weight. So from 2015, was it 2015? October? Or was it 2014? Until literally August 13th of 2017 did I find a weight that worked for me. I have been there. I have been through trial and error. It took a lot of resilience, it took a lot of consistency, and it also took a lot of just accepting myself, because I constantly thought that I had to change my physique, if that makes sense. And until you accept your physique, I was very young too, so at that time I was only 22, 23, and I feel like that's a very developmental age for most girls. So I went through it with my body. I didn't know where I was supposed to be. I always thought, oh, I had to build, I had to have the biggest glutes in the world, or else, you know, I wouldn't stand out. And that is so wrong. It's so much more about being yourself and accepting yourself and being the best you can be. Don't try to become something you are not. I wasn't trying to become something I wasn't, but I always felt like I always had to like push the boundary. February 12th, 2018. I loved my shape. I was so happy. I felt like all of the hard work finally dissipated and I was just living. Like, I love and still love my shape now. This is when I really grew as a woman and just grew into my shape and grew into loving myself, because that can be hard as a young lady, I'll tell you that. And I'm very much a try and do everything on my own. So take it from my own experience, take the advice of others, do your research. Do not do anything drastic, like try and gain 20 pounds like me. I literally gained 20 pounds forcefully, just force feeding myself. And my hormones took a hit. That's why I always tell people, like, consider your hormones before anything. I'll do my Accutane journey soon too. Uh-oh, Ty's here. I gotta go make lunch. My body hasn't changed much in the past few years. I actually didn't take a lot of photos in 2018. I think it was because I was still like in my head about it, and I did that for my own good, like don't take photos, just kind of live. And I didn't start taking photos until the end of that year, and I don't think I had ever achieved a better physique for myself. I felt really comfortable here in this photo. I'm so thankful for it, because without that whole transformation, I don't know where I'd be. So then the next year, February 16th, 2019 is like the next photo I really took in person. And I didn't really care anymore. I just wanted to have fun and live. And I think the major photos I took again were February 20th of 2019, and you guys already know, the rest is history. It's all on my Instagram account, and all of my photos are over on Instagram from then on, and I was so proud of my physique, and I'm never gonna look back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll try and add any more that I can into it, but that was kind of the gist of it, just from sitting here talking to you guys. The fitness journey, it's a continuous path that you take, and I'm so grateful for it, and I will definitely take more photos. I think that this year has been probably the year that I felt the most comfortable in my skin, hence being here on YouTube and being more active on Instagram. So if anything, I will do this again soon, and if I did not fulfill this fitness journey to its fullest, let me know what I can do to make it better. I'll do another one again, maybe in a few years or so, but this is where I am at. I'm so happy, and I love working out. I never see it as a chore. I did used to see it as a chore at some points, and now I just see it as an opportunity. I do some days have my off days where I don't want to go, and you just go. You just show up, and I feel that I've mastered that at this point. And it's literally about discipline, but also letting loose and having fun. Keep it fun, keep it funky, and thank you guys so much for watching this. I will see you guys in the next one. If you didn't already, go check out the workout that will follow this, and I will see you guys in Vlogmas Day 3. I know I said I was gonna upload every single day, but you guys, that's like literally too much for me. But you will get 12 days of Vlogmas, I promise. And if you are not already, please be sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate you to the moon and back, and I will see you in the next one for Vlogmas Day 3. What is up, you guys? Welcome to the workout. I'm going to show you guys what I've been up to. I hope you enjoy it.